evening at 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern time on a Tuesday. What does that mean? It means we're here for a party. It's party time. Tuesday means launch party. And boy, have we got some goodies lined up for you. Some items you may have seen just launching not that long ago, and now launch party is your opportunity to have a proper look when it comes to these products, said products. We've also going to be featuring something that has, well, officially launching in this show, although we may have brought it to Wake Up Call this morning. We may have brought it to Masterclass earlier on as well because it had been so popular this morning. It is, of course, the launch of our brand new craft kit Box 52, which is all about embroidery dies. We will talk over that just shortly. We are bringing back the second box from our Academy of Colour, which myself and Leanne launched. It's your opportunity to get your hands on that one as well, and lots of other goodies. I'm not on my own, of course. We do have myself and we do have the lovely Corrine here for the next couple of hours.
We certainly do. I love how you say we have myself here, as if you I don't know what...
A mirage, is it a mirage?
Mirage.
Mirage.
Hologram was what I was thinking, yeah. Yeah, I just love... There's myself here.
Yeah, obviously. Well, look what ABBA are doing now.
Well, this is true. You are the new ABBA.
Yeah. Technically, I'm sitting out in my decking with the fire pit on, having a cup of tea. I'm not actually here. It's a mirage. No, it's definitely me. We've got lots of fun things coming up.
We certainly have. We're going to start with our Craft Kit 52. So this is our gorgeous embroidery box. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? So you've got the border die, you've got the butterfly die. Now they can be cut into your cardstock or cut out of your cardstock. Oh, look at this one. Or you can put them together. How about like that, having the edge of your card with that one and your butterfly up there. So pretty. Have them going over the edge of your card or have them as the focal point. Wow. As always, there's lots of tutorials and helpful hints and tips to show you how to make these so you'll have no problem. We've also got our reveal dies. So these are where they cut into your card and then you can pop them open to reveal. We have one here. We have one here with a double reveal, one down here. Look, tear me here and tear me here. I'm being very good and I'm trying not to open any too many. We have this one. I love this. I love the modern feel to this. And then you can then just reveal. And what you do is when you do this, this perforates and then you can peel it open just like that with a lovely message inside. Love how we've also sort of decorated the inside of the door. There's nothing to say you can have just the one. How about having a door up there? Thank you I love the sound effects with everyone. And then we have another little door down here. I didn't open that one. Now look at this one. Drop down doors. It went down.
Oh.
And some more doors that we've not yet revealed. So this is these dies are the doors. So then look around all your other craft kits. He's gone.
I'm so sorry.
You're all right over there?
Yeah, sorry. I've just...
No, it's fine.
Gosh.
Absolutely fine. This is a way to introduce all your other dies, stamps, and images. I'm going to do some completely different things with our door reveals. I'm going to mix it with our Halloween kit. You all right there, Craig? Yeah, carry on. It's been a long day, hasn't it? So you've been very busy.
But it's been a fun day, I'm telling you that. It's been a really, really fun day.
You have. So those are our reveal dies. And then finally, we've got our Academy of Colour. Now, all I'm going to say is you get the Academy of Colour. Not only do you get it for your stamps, not only do you get it for your pens, but you get it for the tuition. The tuition for me is what makes Academy of Colour so important. So if you want to be able to learn how to colour the bee like this, make the backgrounds like this, create the gorgeous detail on your flowers, get the Academy of Colour, because then you'll get access to the tutorials with our Leanne, and that is going to just really sort of help you through and teach you so much. Different things that you didn't know about: alcohol pens, watercolour pens, blending, colouring to look transparent, all sorts of things to create dimension. It's just mind-blowing, and as people said, it's worth it just for those lessons, never mind everything that you're going to get in the box.
Absolutely, and yeah, just very quickly to pick you up on what you just said there, when myself and Leanne launched it a week past Sunday there, I'd never realised about building your colour on top of the grey. So she coloured a floral. It was in red, but by creating different depths, all she done was use a grey pen underneath, underlay grey. It was fascinating to see. So we've got so much going on. We're going to have a look at the comments in a moment. However, what I want you to do, if you've not already done so today, whether it's .com.eu or .co.uk, I want you to check out the website, because we have got the start of the end of our summer sale. So we've got the end of our summer sale. So with summertime, well, officially ended, is it not? Yeah, it has, isn't it? We are having the summer sale. So here we go. You can shop items such as paper craft dies, stamps, stamping dies, embossing folders and boards, templates, magazines and DVDs. Do you still do DVDs nowadays? Craft kits and collections, flour, form and foam. Right, George, what one are you going to pick? Okay, so he's going to click on magazines and DVDs. You can be saving up to, okay, maybe not the fullest, but still some really, really good deals here. Some good ones, some step-by-steps and your guides there on some of the DVDs. Go on, George, pick another one. Go on, what one are we going to go for? Oh, embossing folder and boards. Now, it doesn't matter, I know we're having a little bit of fun there, but it doesn't matter which one you go in, you can be saving up to 70%. Up to 70%, doesn't matter whether it's euros, pounds or dollars. There's also some items that are as little as 80 pence. And what Corrine pointed out earlier on this morning was absolutely correct. The price on your screen, that's before your Club Inspire. So once you go into your checkout, your Club Inspire will come off on top of that as well. So up to 70% off on all of these different categories. So do make sure you go out, have a look, see if there's anything that you fancy. And you know what? We can unashamedly say that you can start thinking of Christmas gifts, Secret Santa gifts. No one's going to know that you've paid a couple of pounds, dollars, euros for a 3D embossing folder. Check it out. Now is always the time to do it while we've got the end of our summer sale started. Can I just check, Ben, do you know, how long does that sale run for? Do you know? So you're at least going to have a good couple of days. It's not just a one-day thing. See, put them on the spot. So it ends midnight. Oh, okay. So you've got loads of time, stock dependent, but it ends midnight on the 2nd of October. So that is when the end of the summer sale ends on. So the start of the end of the summer sale ends at midnight on the 2nd of October. There you go. So you've got a bit of time, but I do have to point out again, it is stock dependent, so it doesn't mean that everything is going to last. Right, we're going to have a look at the craft kit. We've got Susie on the comments again. She is saying, Pammy is saying hi from Central New York. Have you seen Johnny and Gemma? They're there at the moment. You maybe seen them. Said hello to them. I think they're back tomorrow, aren't they? Laura Gray.
Here tomorrow.
So they must be back already.
It must be.
Must be. Yeah. Oh, he's going to be on a right downer tomorrow, isn't he? Oh, imagine that.
And me. He's working with me and Ben. He'll be happy.
Oh, he'll be happy. He's got Sarah as well, isn't he? That's going to wake him up if he's not jet lagged, that's for sure. Oh, it's so lovely. Jutta has commented saying, hello, Corrine, Craig and CTV crew from Stuttgart, Germany. It's lovely to see. We don't get many comments from your lovely viewers from Germany. We get a lot of viewers, not a lot of comments, so it's lovely for you to comment. And we've got Christine Mahoney, Jessica Stryker, we've got Kimberly, Fred171, Barbara, Mary Pat, all saying good afternoon or good morning. Debbie is saying hi from Michigan. The starter kit of the Spectrum Noir Academy of Colour was delivered during the break. Watch the first 30 minutes of the class. Excellent. That's what we'd love to hear. Fred171, Corrine, love the hair colour.
Thank you. It changed on holiday. I don't know what happened.
Did it? No, just changed.
Just changed.
You changed it, or it just changed
It
naturally?
just. I didn't change it. No. I think it was the sun.
The sun.
Yeah.
Is that what happens to yours, Ben, when it goes grey? Does it just change naturally?
I would not go there because it happens to us all, love.
Do you know, well, apparently I do. Caitlin's told me that a few greys are coming through. I don't mind going grey. I don't mind. You know, there's a certain TV presenter here in the UK that we better not talk about at the moment, you know. Not a lot of good light. I wouldn't mind turning out looking like him. No? Bit of grey coming through, you never know. Couple more. We've got Jane is saying, I've made 3 orders over the weekend to cheer me up, and lots more today, some amazing deals, happy days. Jane, it's lovely to hear that you've been crafting away. Sorry to hear that you've been feeling a little bit down and low. If anyone else has been feeling the same, let's face it, certainly here in the UK, across the globe, you know, a lot of people will be feeling like that for one of many reasons. So sending our love. I'm a bit giddy tonight, as you can probably tell. So who knows what this show is going to be like? Who knows? Who knows indeed. Right, let's crack on so we can get across to Corrine for a demonstration. This is all about our craft kit. This is our brand new embroidery die collection. Craft kit, where you're going to get 180 elements. So this is what you're seeing, your box on the screen. This is just a few things which you can be making, of course, but as I pointed out, you've got 180 elements here. $24.99, whether it's pounds or dollars, but if you are platinum, that's going to come down even more to $19.99, pounds or dollars. So many of you are familiar with our craft kits and what they entail, and that is, it is a craft kit. They enable you to make some of the most fantastic projects. We are going to go across to Corrine just in a second. What I did want to point out, and I have done it throughout all the shows today, what I found was a reoccurring thing on social media is many people were saying, oh, the next craft kit is embroidery dies. That's not for me. That's not for me. And then you've seen some finished samples on social media, or you've seen what Corrine has made today, whether it's Wake Up Call, then the penny's dropped as to how many different things you can make, still card making. It's fun, it's chilled, it's relaxing, and there's so much that you get in it, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. I saw a few comments like you, people sort of said, oh, I wasn't bothered about the tip, but then saw what it did and was like, wow, I wish I'd got that. I think that they were referring to when it was on HSN.
Yeah.
So, it's a craft kit. As you know, our craft kits always come beautifully boxed, numbered at the side so that you can store them perfectly. And then they come beautifully wrapped, so whether you're giving it as a gift or for yourself. You've got your foreword from Sarah with all the details of where you need to go to get those tutorials from. Then yours will be much neater inside. Now this is a little extra because it's got a top tip about splitting the threads, but we'll go into that in a few minutes. Now the reason we say it makes a minimum of 18 cards is because we give you 18 card blanks and 18 envelopes together. These are your 4x6s. But as you see, the next one that we're going to do is a 4x6 card, but we've done 5x5, 6x6s. It's entirely up to you. You can use your own card blanks.
Yeah.
Then it can go as long as you want. Embroidery dies, you need embroidery threads. So you're going to get your little needle. There's a piece of thread on that one for me from earlier. Then you're going to get your threads. Now these are I will get a piece of card and I'm actually going to start threading these round a piece of card in a minute. You've got this gorgeous pink. Look at the green. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? That vibrant yellow. You've got your glorious red. You've got your yellow that we used earlier, and then you've got your jade green as well. I am going to sort all these out, but absolutely beautiful. But remember those colours. I'm actually just going to put the colours just there where you can see them, because as we go through the rest of the kit and you start to look at the papers, look at the papers and you can see the colours at the top. Let me bring those down a bit and see how perfectly these match up. Look, the teal's matching up here. Then you've got the vibrant, the reds, the greens, they're all in there. Again, some more tealy colours. Which one am I looking for? You've got your dots. Look at that. It's picking up all of those colours absolutely perfectly, as is the stripes. So those are your papers. They're paperweight. But then you've got your cardstock. And look at this. Look at how perfectly they match. You've got your teal. You've got your pink, your orange, your green, your yellow. Oh, that was the red, sorry, the red, and then the orange just there. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely gorgeous. Then you've got your stamps. I'll just put some card behind that so you can see them. Now, we were saying earlier, keep a note of what stamps you've got in each box, because you're going to use them time and time again. They are just so user-friendly stamps that you're going to use on so many projects. Then you're going to get these two bits. These are your main elements in here, and these are going to last forever. These are your worker dies. So you've got your butterfly and you've got your border. Now you get the outside dies separately so that you can cut them into your cardstock or out of your cardstock. We're going to use the border now, but we're not going to use the edge. So on the last one I did, I used the edge. This one, we're not going to use the edge, so it's going to cut into our cardstock, which is really great. Oh, and the other bit I've not even mentioned is you get your dewdrops, but I've been using these and I need to use them some more, so those are going down rapidly. So let me put all those bits back into there along with that, and I don't need those because I've got my things. But right, okay, so here we go. Let's have a go at making a project. So I'm going to start with one of the 4x6 cards, and I've just put away the dies. That was really silly of me. I thought I'd kept it out. Why? I was being really organised. There it is. There's my die. Right, like I said, I'm going to just use the detail die. I'm not using the outside. And as you can see, there's no blade at all, is there? There's the hold, but you've not got a blade. I just need to make sure all the bits are out. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. It's got no blade around it, so it can't cut out, because there's nothing to cut out with. So I'm going to put it, you can put it either way, whichever way you want. I'm going to pop it in that way. I'm just going to go, I'm not going to go right to the edge, but I'm just going to put it a little bit off. Put a piece of tape on. Then I'm going to get my cutting mat, and then I'm just going to put my plates on regular die. So I've got my magnetic shim, my plastic shim, and my second cutting plate, and we're going to run that through. I mean, that die will go right through your mini. It just depends on what cardstock you're cutting into. I always say the size of the machine that you need to use isn't always die dependent, it's the cardstock dependent. So, you know, have a think like that. Right now, so we have got there, so you can see how perfectly that has cut into there. Let me see if I can get this to
You know what these would make really good? And that is, if you were to just cut a rectangle panel of cardstock, that could be a bookmark.
Oh, that would look pretty, wouldn't it?
Bookmark.
Yes.
That would be fab, wouldn't it?
Yes, that would. That would work really, really well, wouldn't it? So just poking out. Now, as I say, you need the bits to poke out, but if they haven't all poked out, don't worry. When you start to use your embroidery needle, any that haven't poked out will just pop out with the needle. So, I mean, I'm poking them out, but it's not the end of the world if you come across. It's not like doing normal die cutting where if you don't poke them out, they stay in there forever. But yeah, you can see now how that has cut out perfectly. That looks really effective. You might want to just do something in black and white with that. You know, maybe put some coloured cardstock behind there to show through. We were saying earlier about using your fine liners if that's what you wanted to do. You know, it's entirely up to you how you want to use these. But we're going to have a go doing it properly with the embroidery thread. So just tapping those bits out. Right now, so what I've got is I have got my thread. Now these threads come as each strand is made up of four strings. So I've got 2 there and 2 there. And all you need to do is just separate them. So all I do is just pull one out from the other. So I've now got 3 strips of 2 threads. Now just think, I've now tripled the amount of sewing I can do. So just think of it through that way. So I'm going to start with there. Let me just get my needle out of there. I'm being very good and keeping it in the little case so I don't lose it and I don't stab myself or anything. So let's just thread up my needle. We can pop that through there. And as I say, if you struggle with threading needles, just get yourself a needle threader or however you find it easiest. No, that's not threaded.
If you've got any of that really fine wire that we tend to use for the stamens and the flower forming, be able to use that. Just feed that one through and pull the ribbon out.
There we go. We can do that. Oh yeah, you could. Fabric. Yes, you could use all sorts. Right. Now what you're going to do is, I can show you that one. I'm just going to go on to one that I've already actually started work on. So you can see it's exactly the same, and you can see how these elements have already started. I'm going to do let's get this the right way round. I want to do this flower here that I'm going to do in the red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of tape and I'm going to turn this over and I'm just going to tape this onto here, just so that it doesn't pull out, and then we'll use the end in a bit to tape down. So I'm going to start in the middle and we're just going to come from here, doesn't matter which one, and all we're going to do is we're going to come across and we're just going to go along here. Now you can pick whichever pattern. We put the dots there for you and then you can work out however you want them, you know, what sort of pattern you want. I'm just doing, look how easy this is, just backwards and forwards, across there, all the way. And because I've taped that thread down at the back, it's holding it nice and tight. There we go. So I've just done a little sort of start, and that's all I've done to those. So once we've done that, then I'm going to come to, can you see these are in little clusters, circles?
Yeah, you can,
I'm going to take the point from that one and I'm going to go across here to the point on that one. So we're just elongating it. What you could do with this is just do little stars there and then all the way around, but we're just changing that. So I'm going to go from the point on that one. Oops. Grab my, where's my needle gone? I'll let go. There we go. To the so I've gone one down that way, so I want to go one that way. Just really, really simple. One to there. Now this is another reason why it's really good to drop down to 2 thicknesses on your threads. If you'd have kept this at 6 strands, this would be getting quite bulky now.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be really tight.
So, you know, it's really useful to do that. So this is my last one. There we go. So I've now got sort of a 2-layer little one there. And then we're just going to repeat round here and do each of these as little stars. So one, oh, I nearly just pulled my thread out. And then, now I was just saying, you're not going to not, as you were saying, these aren't going to be the sort of projects that your friend calls round and just says, oh, it was my birthday, we're off to go and have a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Do you fancy coming in? And you think, oh, crikey, and run upstairs and put a card together.
Yeah.
That's not what these are. But there's nothing to say you couldn't cut out a few, whether they're toppers or whether they're into the cards like this, and then sit when you have family time and just stitch them. Because, I mean, I'm chatting along here and it's not a problem to just sew these up as we go. You know, some people are put off by the term embroidery, thinking, oh, I couldn't do this. But look how simple it is. It really, there is nothing too complicated about this. Make up the pattern. There is no right and no wrong pattern with these. You can make them exactly as you want, because no one's going to be able to look at this and say, she didn't do that one right.
That's the thing, yeah.
I love this because it's almost like putting little snowflakes at the end of the snowflake here. How perfect is this? And it doesn't matter where your needle comes up, because you just sew on this one diagonally opposite.
Yeah.
So, you know, I put my needle behind, as long as it's not a hole that already used, we can just come on up and put there. So there we go. You know, will it rekindle something? But look at that, on the back, it's fairly neat and tidy. If you wanted to, at the very end, you can cover all of that. You know, I've seen some people sort of put a piece of tape over the back when they're finished, just to tidy it up. Or what would also look nice is just cut another piece of cardstock and cover the back. If that's, you know, if that makes you happier, so you can't see the workings, then do this. But I think this would work because they're fairly simple. With supervision, I think you could get children involved in these, your grandchildren involved in these. I really do think they are all ages. And yeah, as we were saying earlier, have a look in your threads. You know, have you got lots of different coloured threads available? Because once these threads are run out, you know, they're gone. But have you got threads available at home? Have you done cross stitch? Have you got gold or silver threads? So I've got 2 left to do. I'm determined to finish this flower.
Yeah, go for it.
there we go.
But yeah,
but
you might have these threads, or as we were saying earlier on, if you've got really small beads left over from jewellery making or that, and you can then just feed them into your projects too.
Absolutely gorgeous and so simple. You know, I've just done these as we've been chatting along, and it really has been super simple. So then we can do, let's do this. Oops, dropped it. There we go. Oh, come on. Can't pick it up now. There we go. There we are. Right. There we are. Right. Sorry about that. I dropped it. I had to slide it off. There we are. Even with my silly telly nails, I can still pick up the thread and do these. It's really, really easy. I can promise you it is not complicated. It's just, once you start, it's just repeating the pattern.
Yeah. So
once we've got to there, I'm going to turn this over and I'm just going to unhook that thread. I tend to just sort of thread it through a couple as I'm going past.
Okay.
Just to give it an extra little bit of security, and that will go just there. That sort of ties a little bit of a knot in there. Take that off, then I'm going to take it over to that one and then just tie those together. I mean, that's highly unlikely to come undone now because it's done, you know, we've done so much, but it just gives you that extra little bit of security if you're at all concerned, and then just trim off. Not too tight that you're going to cut the knot, but how about like that? Really nice. You can see how neat that is and how perfect that's gone like that. Lovely little sort of snowflakes.
Really
These would look lovely for Christmas, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah, you could get away with that.
Oh, I'm just going to put my needle in the case before I lose it because I know what I'm like. And so you would just want to carry on like that. So you can see we've already done here. And then I have just, look at that, no difference whatsoever. It's just about carry through. If you want to see how to do that one, then have a look back at the demo we did on the last show, because I showed you how to do that flower there. So, you know, we've been working our way through them, and that flower are exactly the same. It's just that you've got different shape patterns, but it's worked in exactly the same way. So once we've done that, we're then going to take some of the papers. So we've just taken some of the teal and some of that gorgeous sort of gingham effect, and we've trimmed it down.
That works really well, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Just, they will all work because the colours are such a perfect match. We've put a faux stitch on there just to mix it around, just through there. I mean, you can see why you can make so many projects, because one card base, that was a little bit of thread. So I started off with a piece that long, and I've still got that much unused, a third of it unused, and I got 3 pieces out of the one. So you can, you know,
last a long time.
It's going to last such a long time. And look, little almost scraps of cardstock. So even when you know, you've finished with your cardstock, you're still going to be able to, you know, find some other cardstocks that you've got that are going to work perfectly with this. So we can then just put some.
And what's amazing to think as well, yes, okay, you need an ink pad for the sentiment and you need a die cutting machine for the die. But other than that, you've made all of that from the craft kit.
Exactly, exactly. You know, it's just all come from the kit, hasn't it? So we can then just add on a few little gems just to put these on. This was out of the display box, so there's not going to be a lot left from the next person that comes and looks, but never mind. Let's just do one more just down there, and I think that will do.
Beautiful.
They're good fun, aren't they? I've really enjoyed doing these.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands stuck into them. I think I've got them, well, stock dependent. I think it's maybe next week or something. So I'm looking forward to just sitting there and going through and just creating your own designs. Really love them. Craft kit, brand new today. Embroidery dies with 180 elements, $24.99 or $24.99. Platinum price $19.99 or $19.99. just about heading towards 30% gone. We're just about there. It's been so popular. When that penny drops as to, you know, what you can create, how simple they are. And actually, just to kind of expand on what Corrine said earlier on, some of you guys stateside that get these in the HSN auto ship, you guys have an option to skip. And within the HSN groups, what I've noticed, I know a few of us noticed, many of you, quite rightly, you thought embroidery is not for me and you've skipped it. You've seen what you can do and you're like, damn, I wish I hadn't skipped it. So then now you're going in and you're purchasing it. So that's just something that we have noticed. So some crafts may not be your initial taste or something that you do. You know, you just never know how that creative flow. You just need something that goes, I want to try that, or I want to start that one again. So many comments coming through. We will have a look at these. I just want to show you a few other things first of all, because Susie T's on the button today with all the comments. Let's have a look. This is totally Tiffany. This is your 12 by 12 storage and supply case collection. Now, you've got 20% off, today's price being $43.97 or $53.45. Platinum, $35.18 or $42.76. You get all three of them. They are 12 by 12. However, one of them has a 2-drawer set. You don't get the components inside, just to say. That's just to show you what you can store in them. You do get the plastic trays, though. So you've got 2 of them here, so that'll be, what, 6 by 12 each, and you can slide them out, of course. We have then got your 4-tray compartment, so that will be 4 by 4. 4 is 8. Nope, that won't be 12. 4 is 8. The boxes.
There's
So
4
it's 12
in there.
by 12.
Yeah, so they're 4 by 4.
Yeah, yeah, it was right enough. Yeah, 4 by 4.
No, they're not. They're 6 by 6. What are you on about?
That's what I'm thinking.
They're 6 by 6.
Yeah,
sorry.
12 inches, so 6
yeah,
by 6.
6 by 6.
Yeah. Can I just say, I had Ben in my ear going, yeah, you're right. That's why I thought I was right. I was wrong.
12 by 12.
So
you got
it's yeah. So it's 12 by 12, and then, do you know? I think it's the same as well. The glue sticks are round about a 4 by 4 packaging, and I'm just getting confused. Anyway, not that it matters. 6 by 6. This one I'm definitely not going to try and work out. All that I can tell you is you've got 6 in this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Absolutely. You've got 6. Now you can, if you want, start to mix and match them. You're getting all 3 and you're getting all the trays inside. So if maybe you want to have one of them where you've got a long tray component and 2 of the 6 by 6 ones, you can do that. It's entirely up to yourself. But as I say, you've got the option here. It's totally Tiffany. So they're strong, they're durable. You've got the really strong Velcro as well as the strap as well. So many of you already know what Totally Tiffany products are like, the sheer quality of them. That is what you're going to be getting, that 3 set there. Now, what you might want to put in them, and this is being so popular, and they always are, your permanent tape runners. So you are buying 3 of them, and you're going to get one for free. So you're going to be getting 4 of our tape runners, 22 metres in length in each one. Now, as I always point out, even the big, well-known adhesive brand, certainly here in the UK, their one is 12 metres per pen. Ours are 22, and you've got the 4-pack. $11.97 or $17.85. You're getting a saving of 25%. We never need to do that on tape pens.
Weren't they?
I think they've just come back in.
Have they just come back in?
Just come back in.
I need to put my order in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Platinum, 4 of them for under £10. $9.85 or $14.28. Right, let's have a wee look at the comments before we show you something else. Peggy McDonald's saying, I have my box and I love it. Good morning, afternoon to you both. Good morning, afternoon to you too. Melanie is saying, hello, all, watching the show while making Christmas boxes. Oh, I'd love to see what they look like. Valerie is saying, love Ben's new puppy addition to his family. Oh, Molly, I'm going to go around and meet her one day. I'm at Ben. Yeah. Bring her in. Yeah, bring her in. Yeah. Just a wee bit. At least this time I'll know where I'm going, Ben, won't I? We forgot to tell you that story last week. We're going to tell you on Thursday what happened that time I went round to Ben's for a cup of tea.
Was
Fred,
this pre-Molly or post-Molly?
pre-Molly.
Right.
Yeah, pre-Molly. Fred 171, the embroidery kit will keep us in stitches
Very
or
good.
needle us through the way. I like that. That's good. That's a Ben joke. Mary Pat saying, I love this kit and was excited to see something that involves sewing. Few of you have been saying that as well. Tess, I know the answer to this one, but because Corrine was showing you the box, I'll ask it to Corrine, but saying, would these dies work on fabric?
Oh, I'm not sure. Looking at the dies, they are very shallow.
Yeah.
They're very shallow. You'd have to put your metal plate in. You could try it. It all depends on the fabric, really.
Yeah.
Really, really does. And,
Yeah.
you know, a thin cotton, maybe it'll go through. A thick felt, it'll probably struggle.
Yeah.
Just to show you, while you've been talking, look, because I'd made a mess, I've tidied up.
What a great idea.
I've just tidied it up. There you go. So, yeah, when I take these off, I'll put those onto little cards. Then they won't get all muddled up.
Yeah.
You see, I am a tidy person at heart.
You are.
It's just that whilst we're doing the shows, it does just get a bit out of hand.
Yeah, I know. We just kind of need to get on to the next
Yeah.
demo of that, don't we? So we just put the bits to the side. There you go. You know, yeah, give it a shot. You know, just watch the tiny little dots. You know, may not necessarily cut, but as Corrine was saying, the fabric. Try your metal shim. Fred is saying, great projects to keep kids busy when the weather turns. Really good idea. Mary, I like your idea. Mary Pat saying, nice to do in front of the fireplace while watching Hallmark movies. Yeah. Yeah, of course, or that. Yeah, or that, of course. Yeah, but I know what you mean. When Hallmark show the Christmas films. Yeah, I'm the same. Jennifer is saying, that's how I used to do my counted cross stitch. I love this new kit. Brilliant. That's where I started cross stitching. Barbara is saying, is there instructions on what stitch to use? You kind of covered that, didn't you?
I think so. It's just, we were saying it's just a sort of a running stitch, really. Yeah. Just running stitch, really simple.
And just feel free to go rogue and create your own if you want to. You can absolutely do that. We've got Carletta saying, she was actually speaking about Susie. Susie, I sent in a picture of my embroidery card I made. Will Craig show any of them? We will, Ben says. Ben says we will. He's got a few coming in. Just a couple more for now. We've got Mary Pat, Eleanor, Jane all saying really, really pretty card that Corrine was just making there. Jane saying that was gorgeous. Peggy McDonald, how can you cover up all of the embroidery on the back?
Where's my card gone? Right, a couple of ways. So what you could do is you could cut another piece of card. If I cut the piece of card to the exact size of there and then put it over the top, that would cover it. I could just put some tape over, or I could just cut a strip of, plain, a little strip. But yeah, if you really felt that you needed to cover it up, just either a strip or a panel of card on the back. And that's going to make it doubly strong as well. So yeah, that's all I would do, is just a piece of card on the back.
Excellent, thank you for that, Peggy. Jane Quigley is saying hello. Jane Wilson is saying hello from Somerset. Terry Tom is saying it looks like that you organise your threads the same way as Corrine was just doing there a moment ago. Last but by no means least, Rosalind is saying, good afternoon from Maryland, watching while reorganising. Oh, love a good bit of reorganising, I do. Okay, rightio, we've got our relatively new collection that just launched, was it last week? Back end of last week, absolutely. This was your door reveal stamp and die collection. Most popular collection product over the weekend, 30 elements in total. What I'm away to show you, $29.99 or $34.95. That's giving you the saving of 20%, over 20%. Even though it's brand new, $23.99 or $27.96 if you are platinum. What are they? Well, these enable you to do your reveal. So what we've got in this full collection, you've got 3 sets here. You have got your squares. And I know we'll see them in a wee bit more detail with Corrine just shortly, but you've got a matte and layer die, you've also got that worker die. 3 of them are worker dies, which create that. It's a modern version of a perforated edge, basically. You'll see it just shortly. So you've got your 3 different sizes, and you've also got your tear here and open here. So you've got the stamps. You do have the stamps in each set, so you know you don't need to worry about if you were to lose them or misplace them. You'll be able to use them from the other ones. You've got your rectangle, same idea with that reveal feature as well as the Matt & Laird die, and you've got your 3 sizes with your stamps too. And then last but by no means least, you have got your circle. So you've got your circle, same idea. You've got this as well, and you can create your reveal. So you certainly can.
And what are you going to put behind your reveal? You're going to put photos, stamped images, pictures. You're right. He looks like he's got a really bad smell under his nose. You would like me to take over, would you, Craig? Yes, he says. Oh, he's gone. Okay, we'll carry on. We're going to carry on with the demo. Bye, Craig. Right, we're going to do the squares. Now, we're going to do something completely different. So I'm going to use the middle size. As Craig said, you've got your worker die and you've also got your matte layer. So I'm going to take my worker die and I'm going to position it nice and central. So this is going to be on the panel. Cutting blade, scoring blade. So just remember, this isn't going to cut out, so think of your positioning before you put it on. We're going to pop that on, and we're going to put a piece of tape on. Then, because I can do the 2 together, I'm going to take my matte layer, and I'm just going to pop that on there. That's going to cut it out, so that's okay. So we can take that, and then we can, put that on here. And through there. Now, we can put both of those through in one go. Now, don't forget, you've also got all of your stamps as well. I don't think we're going to get Craig back this show. He's now trying to drink a drink and failing miserably. Dear me. Right. So we can pick off my tape. You're right over there. Oh dear, poor Craig. We've lost him.
It's the comments, you guys at home. This is hilarious. Sorry, right. I'm going to try and compose myself, but these comments, these comments coming through.
It's all right, it's all right. Right now, look at this. So there's no cutting blade along here, and then these have cut, but they're not cut here, so everything is held. We're gonna open this one in a few minutes to show you. So I've taken this and onto here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix and match this with our Halloween box. Now I've got most of it ready. So from here, I've taken some of my stamps and I've just stamped my trick or treat and gone round with my ink. So that's going to go on top of there. So we can pop that on to here. Right, I'm going to use this one because I put tape on the back of here. So it's exactly the same. Now, when you're putting tape or adhesive on, be really careful it doesn't go over the tearing bit, otherwise it's not going to tear. So we can pop our glue on the back of here. There we go. This is just going to sit flat on there, so you don't need to worry about that doing any extra work. So that's going to sit on here. Now, the other thing I've done is, can you see on here, I've got a piece of acetate and I've embossed it. So can you see the embossed pattern? If I turn, can you see the emboss? That's on, I'll need the white. If I do it on the white, can you see the embossed pattern?
You can,
on my acetate. Absolutely gorgeous, from my Halloween box. So what we're going to do is, I've got rectangle of cards, so it's 5 inches by 9, and we've scored at 1, 2, 7 and 8 inches to create a diorama card. So we've got it like that. And I've got 2 of those, and on this middle panel, we've stuck our card on, and then we've cut out a square. So I'm going to pop some of my paper on the back, so we can pop this one on here. And this is going to be our reveal. So you could have anything inside here.
Good,
You know, you could
couldn't
do photographs, you could do messages. We were talking earlier about wedding announcements, birth announcements, gender reveals, however you want. So that's going on to there. And then I'm going to turn this one over and I'm just going to pop this acetate on the back of here. So you can peel that off onto, oops, that's taking too much off. Why does red liner, it
Is
plays
it always, what is it about red liner tapes? Always the same, isn't it?
It is. Let's go around the next
If I'm
page.
prepping at home, it's take it off, take it off, take it off, so quick.
Yeah,
You go live, nope.
I know. Sometimes it's just when it's not burnished quite well enough. If it's burnished really well, it usually comes off. There we go, that one. Ow, just prodded myself. And then I think that's, nope, still not coming
It's
off.
just
Come
not
on.
plain, is it?
This one, it's because it's acetate and it's been embossed. So it's not a smooth grip, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. There we go. Let's just come.
It's the
Yeah.
spirits have been playing with it.
Do you think that's what
Yeah.
it is? There we go.
They've been going boo.
And then, right, so I've got that on there. So that's going to go just in, let's go through here. There we go. Pop that down. And that's going to go onto there. So we can, actually, we could stick those together, couldn't we? So let's put those, I'm just doing this with my tape runner because it's so much faster and it's stuck instantly. So we can pop
And
that
you're getting
one.
4 of them as well.
And you are getting 4 of them, yeah. Oh, I definitely need to add those to my product order that will be going in. Mustn't forget. Right, so we put those onto there. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to put these pieces down the side. I can do those. And then I'll put my reveal door on. So we can pop. Oh, don't want dotty. We wanted the
This
other
is
one.
looking so fab.
Isn't it different? You know what I mean? You know, we did that baby reveal one earlier. Really cute and pretty. And it just shows how you can, you know, a little bit change the papers, change the kit that you're working with, and it just completely changes it. We can put these on here. So this is just from the Halloween box, if any of you got that. But, you know, take the concept and change the papers and do whatever you want. Right, so now I've got my reveal. Remember I chose to put foam tape on, but you can put whatever you want on there. Making sure my foam tape is nowhere near my perforations. There we go. And there. And there we go. So that now can go over my aperture. And then I have a little open here sign. So I just need to be really careful not to get it over the mechanism.
This is looking so smart.
So that's going to go just there. Then I've got a couple of little, let me work out which way, yeah, spiders, and we can pop those just on, one on there, and one just on there, and that then is my
That's so
trick
smart.
or treat reveal. So let's have a go. So once you open up here, pop that, and look, so satisfying this. So then it will then just, sorry, I'm doing it from above. There we go. You can hear it all clicking. Listen to that. Let me just, I should have done it, turned it the other way round. And then when you reveal, but look at that, you've got the depth, you've got the dimension, how, look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Really,
So
like
much fun.
something a little bit different. So there you go. If you wanted to trick or treat reveal card.
Absolutely fab. I absolutely love that. Remember, you're getting that full set. You're getting the circles, you're getting the square, and you're getting the rectangles. All of them, including the stamps, $29.99 or $34.95. Platinum, however, comes down to $23.99 or $27.96. I am going to say apologies for that, Corrine. However, there's lots of you in the comments that are thinking the same. So, Everyone. So yes, we need a bit of a laugh, don't we? We need a bit of a laugh. Cheryl, I was actually saying, I think I need these. I could make my own advent calendar.
We were saying earlier this one. There is another one. Is that the one up there?
Is the one up there, is that Liam's?
I don't know, but we've got this one here as an advent calendar. So you've got 6 on each side for 4 days. And then you could put the best present inside for day 25. Yeah. Is that one Liam's?
So this one's not Liam. This is the one that Michelle done for actually the launch day. It is across on the I'm a Crafter's Companion Facebook group. Right. I know it's been shared there by Liam. He done a project on the Crafter's Companion blog. So if you want to recreate it, it really is worthwhile checking that out. But yeah, you can absolutely do your advent calendars. We've got Kathy is saying, I love the cross stitching. That's how I started crafts. This is going back to the embroidery kit, which incidentally is really busy again tonight. I'm not surprised. I'm going to skip through some of these comments and go, Mary Pat saying, loving the Halloween card, Corrine.
Thank you.
So far. I never would have thought of using them to incorporate them with the Halloween collection. Mary Lee saying,
just look at all your collections. Yeah. You're going to mix and match. They're the sort of dyes that I often use this term. They reinvigorate a lot of collections. Are they going to be your Christmas collections? Is it going to be an Easter collection? Is it, like, say, your Halloween collection? Have a look, and you know you're going to be able to make. It's going to just make you want to use some of those other collections again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've also got Rena saying, I love the Halloween card. Corrine making with a square die, and you could do it with a rectangle half circle if you want, depending on the style, but really good one to follow there. Jessica saying love the card. Sue saying it's cool. Jane Wilson is saying awesome, love it. Suzanne Dawn is saying smashing card. Juta is saying love that card, Corrine. Cheryl is saying so brilliant, and Laurie is saying would be fun to make a little book with these dies. What about for little kiddies, the alphabets or numbers or farmyard
You could put
animals?
Velcro behind the door so that they could keep reopening. Sorry, I'm losing my trousers. You could keep reopening them.
You could, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely could. If you've got any of the really small Velcro dots left over from our, it was like our picnic basket, the tumbling boxes and that, where we've got the pack of 50, some black, some white, you could use them. Absolutely. Right, I'm going to go and compose myself again for a couple of moments. If you've heard me talk about Platinum Price and you've heard us talk about Club Inspire, well, what's that all about? Here we go. Check out this. This is going to tell you all you need to know.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Right, we're going to dive straight in and we're going to have a look at our Explorer kit. This is one that I know many of you have already popped it on the website, popped it into your basket. So this is our jigsaw die and our box maker collection. So everything I'm away to show you, £35 or $45. You have got your jigsaw die. So within this one here, you are able to make an actual working jigsaw. This is 5x7 mixed media die, hence the change of colour, but it is a worker die, so you can absolutely create your jigsaws. What you're also going to get to do your jigsaws is 20 sheets of mount board so that you can pop your pictures or your photos on top. A really, really good way of attaching your photos is by using the tacky glue, so we are going to give you that as well. And then a really nice way to give it as a gift or just to the recipient is by making a little box for it to go in. Maybe pop the picture on the front of the box and then the jigsaw's inside so they know what picture to follow. You are getting that as well. All of that you're getting. The Jigsaw and Box Maker collection. A really, really good deal. £35, $45. However, Platinum, that comes down even more to £28 or $36. So that's a fun one. Really, really good and fun one to get creative with. So that's that one. What we've also got is an out of this world deal. And this is our Totally Tiffany. This is the ditto. And this is 24 hours only. So what you're going to be getting is your ditto bag. And what you can then do is by opening it up, you can extend it. So maybe you're going to have it along the back of your wall or the back of your craft desk. Maybe you're going to hang it up. But you've got all of these pockets here. You've got your spring pockets. All of these inside bits, you can have a great big pocket right along the back there, or you can separate it with the compartment separator. You can be doing that. Same on this side here. You've got all your individual pockets here, all these little, what do you call them? It's elastics. Thank you very much. And you have something like that, where you can put, you know, your pens, your spritz pens, you know, your pokey tools, etc., etc. You've got a pocket at the back that is hidden here. All of that is going to be able to hold lots of your crafty stuff. What you're also getting inside is a tape runner. You're going to get a bottle of tacky glue. You're going to be getting a craft knife. You're going to be getting a 3-pack of your low-tack tape. And one of my absolute favourite tools is your snippy scissors. So you're getting these really, really small ones. All of that, you're going to be getting £35 or $45. If you are platinum, that comes down to £28 or $36. So it's a really, really handy one to have, this one, totally Tiffany, ditto bag. So I know lots of you have already had one of them, if not a couple of them. Maybe, you know, if you've thought about it, now is certainly the time, that's for sure. Right, let's have a look at a couple of photos that we've got come through here. This first one from Carletta. How beautiful is that? That is using the embroidery die from the craft kit.
That somebody else said, how do you hide your workings?
Yeah.
That's been done on a panel, and then the panel's been stuck to the front of the card, so no one can see the workings because it's all behind.
Yeah, so that's another way of doing it.
Another way of doing it, yeah.
That's fab. I love that one. Really, really lovely, Carletta. Thank you for sending that in. We've got another one from Sandra.
She has been busy.
That's
gorgeous, isn't it?
Absolutely. I love how really vibrant these are.
The red and the yellow together looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It does, really, really does, and it really makes it stand out even more. Again, having your pattern paper in that backdrop from the kit. I love that one. Thank you, Sandra. And another one from Sandra. We've got my craft along from last week. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sending that one in. Thank you for taking the time to make it as well. Just to say, Thursday I've got 'Tis the Season craft along, then Friday I've got the Christmas Nest and Dies craft along, so keep an eye out on social media for that one. Thank you for sending the pictures in, it's always lovely to see. Right, we're going to go back to the craft kit, the embroidery dies with 180 elements. So what you've got within this one here is the ability to create so many beautiful cards or projects where the main focus point of the box is, of course, your embroidery dies. Everything that you need to make your cards and projects are included. Makes a minimum of 18 cards. That's because you've got 18 card blanks there. £24 or dollars. But if you're platinum, that comes down to £19.99 or dollars. Head across to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. Check out the end of the summer sale while you're there. But what are we going to be having? Oh, actually, well reminded, Ben. You might find a couple of craft kits in the end of summer sale, maybe round about 55% off. Check it out while you're there. Sorry, Corrine, what we're going to be doing now?
I'm just getting the last of the little bits out, just making sure they're all out. Right, I'm going to use the butterfly. No, I had a piece of tape and it's there, it's gone. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the butterfly. I'm just going to cut it out of regular white card. This is just regular multi-purpose cardstock, nothing fancy, so we can then put the two together. And as I always say, if you don't feel comfortable putting two dies together, if you always worry about them overlapping or, you know, damaging it, then just cut them one at a time. It's entirely up to you. You do it how it works for you. So we can do those. Now remember, if you don't use the outside die, it'll cut into your cardstock. If you use the outside die, it creates a topper. But remember, the outside die can then be used on its own as well. So this is another way to hide your workings, as we were asked that question just a few minutes ago. So if you see this, so I've got this one here, perfect cutting like that. Now if I just use the outside die on its own, can you see I've got that? Now that will then fit on the back after I've done all my sewing, and I can hide all my workings like that. Lots of different ways. You've got to find out, just try and get all the bits out, what works for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't have holes at the back, so you can't just run your brush across.
Right, okay,
Okay, so I've got one that I've started, so I'm just going to carry on. So you can see we've come from here, poke out the bits if you want, and all we've done is a lovely little running stitch. Now I did that in my very, very first demo, didn't I, this morning?
Did.
So if you are at all, you know, if you want a little bit more help and guidance, then go to that. Now I'm going to get the red, and again, it's already split down to two threads thick, because otherwise it's just going to get a little bit too bulky. And it also means my thread goes that much further. I can then...
I suppose because there's some of the holes where you're going to repeat going into them, aren't you?
Exactly.
So, you know, the thicker it is, the harder it's going to get.
Yeah. And then put that, there we go, straight through like that. So what we're going to do now is, now if you look at this, you think, okay, that bit's all filled in. Lots of different ways to do these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just as we did before, get a nice little piece of thread, and I'm going to just tape that onto there, just to hold it so it doesn't pull out while I'm sewing. It's just, that's my personal preference. I don't know, I haven't seen the Magic Hands videos that's been done. I don't know whether they did that, but that's just what I did. Now, this is what you're saying about using the going through holes that have already got thread through. So I'm going to come up through this hole here, and then I'm just going to go, oh, now I've got to be careful I get it in the right place. I think it's that one. Going to go across diagonally.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come up through the next hole at the side, and then I'm going to go across there. I probably should have counted these, which I didn't, but never mind. Trust it up through there, and then out through there. By coming up and down the next ones, I'm using the least amount of thread because I'm not wasting any at all. Come across there, and then up through there. Can you see, we're just creating that lovely pattern in the middle.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
You see how that's, there we go, across, oh, don't worry if it catches, there we go, just like that, up through the next one, and to there. Oh, I think that might have been more look than judgment. Oh, I've got my tail end there. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. Because you're not doing anything too complicated.
No.
If you do make a mistake, it's really easy to unpick. And really easy, you know, like you saw a quarter thread there. Just pull it through.
Yeah.
Really, oh, that was lucky. There we go. How about like that?
Fab.
Just to decorate the wings. And then all I want to do is I would just to keep it tidy, I would just run back through there. Just keeps the thread out of the way. Can you see? Just for tidiness sake, for more than anything else. And then I'm going to get that. I'm going to lift up that tape.
That's a good way to show what you were explaining a moment ago. If you had not done it the way that you had done it, you'll see where I'm going with this. All that thread, that would be wasted thread on the back, going back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards. Whereas you going over to the next one each time, it just means you're saving on the thread.
Yeah. Now I do know we've got on the show today, we have got some threads. If you did want to think, oh well, I'll pick some up. The different colours, but there's some really nice colours on the show today. So you can pick up just like that. Just to show you, let's just do another bit. So let's just do another bit up here, just to show you how it goes, so we can see. Now I've seen some of the demos where we've done sort of like a cross pattern in there.
Yeah.
You don't. The thing is, you can do as much or as little as you want. You know, you can really make it quite simple if that's what you want to do. So you know, don't worry about. No one's going to look at it and say, "Oh, you've left it. You know, not done as much sewing." If you want to keep it simple, keep it simple. It's entirely up to you.
You know what's got another feel of, I know it's totally different, you'll understand where I'm going though, our ribbon thread and dies. You know how you could do it whichever way that you want, you know, up and down, left and right, diagonally. There's not an actual set way. It's kind of like that with these.
So let's do these ones again. So we'd started with this one earlier and we went through the centre there. And then, oh, got the end of the thread there, there we go. Oh, now that's what happens if you don't take your threads down tightly. I've just literally pulled it straight through, but it's not a problem. I obviously didn't tape it down hard enough. I could have put a knot in the back, but then, there we go, just press that down. And then we're going to come to there, and then, what am I doing? There we go. And then I'm going to come from the next one to the centre. Once you've done a couple, you don't really need the bit on the back, the tape on the back, because it will hold. So all I'm going to do
It's handy doing though, it's what I'm going to do.
Pardon?
It's handy doing that bit of tape
Yeah.
on the back. I'm going to be doing that for sure. I'm going to follow what you do.
And then put that on. There we go. And then we can just, literally, you can see the flower shape forming there, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Straight away. Now, just capture, just keep it out of the way. And come on. All you have to remember is don't go back up through the hole that you've literally just come through. So if I came back up through that hole in the centre, I'd basically just undo my stitch, wouldn't I? So that's really the only rule. I'm trying to keep it as neat as possible by going, consecutive holes. Otherwise, you might find you've got thread zigzagging backwards and forwards on the back. But it's entirely up to you. That once it's finished, no one can see which order you did the petals in, so it really wouldn't matter. Now you can see I'm still going through that centre hole in the middle, and if I pull that tight, there is still a little light gap through the centre, so I've still got a little bit of room, so I can come out to these ones here, and then I can come back through the centre. If I'd used my 6 thickness of thread, I would have already reached capacity by now. It really, really would. So, it wouldn't be allowing me anymore to go through with as many thicknesses as that.
That's
and
the thing, yeah.
I can still, it's definitely getting a little bit more snug as you're going through, but it's fine. We can still see light through there, so I know it's okay. But how relaxing are these? I mean, you can
just watching you.
Oh, Tracy's been busy. She's making us all drinks.
I know she has, yeah.
There we are. So we can pop this through there we go. We can, put that one through there. And then, now, because I've done this one to here, and the next one there is red, I wouldn't actually need to cut it off if I didn't want to.
Okay.
You don't need to cut, as long as the thread stays taut. Let me show you, so we can come to there. As long as my thread stays taut, I can come then to here, and then I can do that because it's only 3 stitches. 1 stitch there. The fewer cuts you've got in your thread, the more secure it's obviously going to be. There we go, 3 stitches, that's all that flower takes. 3 stitches, we can all do that. So then I can then just release that thread. There we go. I can let's just trim that down, and then I can, look at that, the threads are actually bang next to each other. We can pop that one on there, and then put that on there, and then that's a spare thread.
You might have some different colour threads, you might have some sparkly threads, glittery threads. Obviously, as Corrine was saying, just watch, the thickness
there we go, look at that.
your
That's half
thread,
of that butterfly done. Absolutely gorgeous. So when you finish your butterfly, it's going to look like that. You can see
so cool.
exactly what we've been doing. We've not changed anything else. So what I've actually got is I've got some cotton here, and I'll do it as 2 thicknesses. And I'm going to move that one out of the way because I don't want to use the wrong one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some tape over here, and I'm just going to put my thread down the centre. And then what I think I might do is I'll glue onto here. So I'm going to pop some adhesive all over the back of there, and then that is strong.
Sticky.
Have we've got a new formula? That is really strong.
Maybe.
And that's going to go over the back, all like that. And as we were saying before, that now there is no working showing at all. So I have got a piece of cardstock, really easy. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've just got a piece of paper from the box. So we're going to take that and we're going to pop that onto the centre of this panel, just like that. Make sure it's nicely centred. Then I've got another panel, But before we put that on, I've got some of the orange, and all we've done is cut an aperture there, just with a nesting die.
Yeah.
You've got different shapes. It can be a circle, it can be a square, you know, whatever you want, as long as when you you know, it's bigger than what you're going to hang in the centre, then you're fine.
And I know with that craft kit, you've got the papers, you've got the background card, etc., etc. But for instance, you know, with you using the butterfly there, if you use maybe the jade green thread, or if you've got some browns or ivories, can you imagine making a card with the vintage butterfly collection?
Oh, how beautiful.
But with that butterfly one, but maybe some brown threads or that little bit of green or something like that. So see what you've got in your collections, what Sarah's Signature, Nature Gardens, and use them.
Well, I mean, we've just given you stuff to get started, haven't we? And then
absolutely.
This is what I was saying about, you know, with the reveal windows, you then start looking at other things that you've got in your collections on how to use them. So turn that over. I'm going to take my butterfly and I'm going to just position him in the centre. I just need, oops, kicking the stuff. Let's see if I can find this.
Kim has said she loves a twirling card.
Good. Twirling.
Twirling. Is it my Scottish accent again, Ben, is it?
Let's put that one on there. And you got any plans to go home anytime soon, Craig? Because I'm sure your accent gets stronger when you've been home.
I was, just before I came back, I was away home just for a very quick couple of days. Myself and Caitlin went because it was Munro's first birthday.
Yes, I saw your pictures for that.
So we were away then. I will be back home before Christmas at some point, because I've told my mum I'll be home for a visit. We are going to, we've booked Edinburgh Market the last couple of days of November and the first couple of days of December.
Fun.
So we're both going to go through, trying to work out if maybe I could nip home afterwards.
Yeah.
And then come back. But I'm hoping to, well, sorry, if Mum's watching this, yes, I will be home before Christmas for a visit. Definitely will be. But yeah, I will be.
It's hard sometimes, isn't it?
It is, it is.
There we go. Right, so I have just secured that. Don't worry about that. No one's going to see that at all. So this obviously is bigger than the panel at the back. So all we're going to do is pop this onto here. Don't want to lose my little pin. And then that will go on to there. So we've got lovely diorama card. Then we can pop this one onto here. We can put my tape quite near the top, but just to show you how we can then just pop that on there. Where are they're going to have to confess to Tracy that there's going to be hardly any of these dewdrops left in this box by the time we've finished. Never mind.
Needs must though, needs must.
Needs must, yeah. We can pop those on there, and then there, and then a couple more. Just, this is me trying to do random. It's not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy at all. Come down here. There we go. We can just put little one. They're just lovely. They almost look. That was not very good. They just look like water droplets on your project, don't they?
They do.
Which is lovely. So we can then just, right, stop in there, otherwise there really will be none left. And then how about like that with our lovely little twirling butterfly. He's lovely, isn't he?
Really is. Really is. You could be making cards and projects such as what Connor's been doing today. It all comes from the Embroidery Die collection. This one is your current craft kit. It's box number 42 and it is got 180 elements inside, approaching 40% of the stock. That's the launch date stock has gone. So from my, certainly by the close of today, we're at least going to be well over the 50%. So just to keep that in mind. But that's your launch date stock. $24.99 here in the UK for you guys stateside as well, or $19.99 platinum here in the UK, or for you guys stateside. Right, an absolute essential in all of our crafty stash, whether we are working with it here or we are using it at home. We've got another ridiculous deal when it comes to something that we just don't need to discount or give you extras. It is our white multi-purpose card collection. You've got 2 packs, which is giving you 120 sheets, 60 in one, 60 in the other. You are, basically it works out, you're buying one, you're getting one half price. £14.98 or $22.48 for both of them. That's where you've got a saving of 25%. But once again, for both of them, A4, 60 sheets in each, giving you 120 sheets, 300 GSM, platinum price, $11.98 or $17.98. We've renamed it multi-purpose cardstock because you can use it with your card blanks. You can ink over the top. You can colour over the top. You can foil with it as well. You can emboss with it. You can do so many different techniques. This is an absolute staple that we use quite a lot. And when we do our own card blanks, we tend to use this one as well. So there we go. That's another one for you to consider as well. Take the opportunity while you've got that discount with that buying one, getting one half price. Another one, we've got buying 3 and you're going to get 1 for free. So in total, you're going to get 4 of our 22-metre tape runners. These ones here are the straight ones. What I mean by that is it's not the dotty ones. These are the straight ones, the world famous tape runners. 22 metres in each, as I say. You've got the 4-pack, $11.97 or $17.85. Also saving of 25%, which we never need to do because it is an essential, but we do it because that's what we're like. $9.58 or $14.28 if you are platinum. Now we're going to have a look at something myself and Leanne launched a week past Sunday, and that is our next add-on of our Academy of Colour. So we had the first collection, so to say, whereas you got a lot of the pens, you got a lot of the stamps, you got a lot of the tools, and you got the folder and binder. It is on the website that you can check out. Then we brought out the first box, that being the portraits. That's also on the website that you can check out. But this is the new one. This is Flora and Fauna. So this is now taking that education into another step forward by Leanne. Yes, you've got the pens. Yes, you've got the cardstock. Yes, you've got the stamps as well. But the main thing when it comes to the Academy of Colour, it's all about education. You've got the little QR code inside. I know that Corinne's going to be doing the demo with in a moment, and she's also going to step you through that box. There's also a Facebook where Leanne herself dips in. She chats away with you. She does videos, she does lives, and she also has a look at the work and gives you little suggestions if you need a little bit of help in hand. She's there as well. $33.99 or $44.95. That is also going to give you a lower price if you're platinum, $27.19 or $35.96. Lots and lots and lots of things you're going to learn when it comes to the Academy of Colour. What is it that we get in this one?
Right, should we have a look? So this is your Flora and Fauna. So this is absolutely, so this is, you said, is like your second add-on to your original one. Now I love how they all come in the lovely boxes. I keep mine in the boxes. And inside, you, as Craig said, you've got your little card, and on the back of there is your QR code to get to your training module. And then you're going to get your 6 double or dual-ended alcohol pens and 3 of your dual-ended aqua pens. Now, remember, you can mix and match so many more colours using your aqua pens absolutely perfectly. But we're going to use, well, I say we're going to use these. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our green, our yellow, and a little bit of the red. So we're just going to use those to colour our main image. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do some blending with my aqua pens. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, what am I going to colour? I'm going to colour one of the images from here. So I'm going to take this beautiful floral image. Now, you're going to get all of these stamps in your kit, and you're going to see tutorials from Leanne. Where has that postage stamp gone? I wonder where. No. Oh, it's stuck up there. There it is. I knew I'd had it earlier. You're going to get tutorials on how to use the postage stamp, the poppies, there's bits with the bird, lots of tutorials on the bee, and here. And then you've got all of these lovely sentiments as well. We've used today the Born to Bloom. Now, if you're wondering what this card is, this is for your folder that you got with the first one. So it's to put your stamps on to go in there. Now, you also got your watercolour card and your alcohol marker card as well. So these are perfect in there. Now these are gorgeous brush tip pens. So they are beautiful to colour with. Now what I've got here is I've got a piece of alcohol paper marker card, and I'm going to pop it into my stamping platform. Now I've actually got a piece underneath. That's the piece I'm going to colour onto it in a few minutes. But I'll show you why. There is method in my madness, because you've heard me say I really don't like getting my stamping platform mucky.
No.
So we're just going to pop that on here, and then I'm going to take my image, my stamp, and I'm going to stamp it on to here. Let's just come sort of about like that. Now you can see it's just coming off the edge. So this is one of the reasons why I put the paper underneath. So pick it up. And we're going to be colouring with our alcohol pen, so I need my alcohol proof ink. So this is one of the things you do need to make sure you've got is, you know, your alcohol proof ink to go with it. So, you know, make sure you've stocked up on your Nina cardstock and your watercolour cardstock, and then you've got an alcohol proof and a waterproof ink pad, and you're good to go. Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm just going to stamp that on there. Just make sure that's stamped all over. Perfect. Wow. And then let me just get just give that a quick wipe. Save me moving it all around. You can do it in different ways. It's entirely up to you, but I'm just going to then pop this on here. And this is another one where every time you do this, it's going to come out differently, because we're just popping the ink pad on in different ways. You could have turned your cardstock if you wanted to. I've just moved the stamp. If you've got it in exactly the right way, you could have just spun around your...
Oh yeah, right enough.
Could have just spun around your stamp. But that means you've got to get your paper in exactly the right place. And I don't know how much I'd trust myself to do that. But if I had more time, I could probably work that bit out. It's not complicated to work that out. There we go. Perfect, like that. And again, we've just made sure that now I've not inked onto my platform. So you can see again, we've just gone off the edge of a cardstock. We've done that a few times today, but I just think it's a nice technique to do. So all we're going to do is we're going to take these pens and we're just going to do a little bit of colouring. So let's start with the leaves. So let me just show you. You've got your light green and you've got your darker green. So that's my bamboo and my forest green. So with my bamboo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour down here, but I'm going to leave a little bit of white and just watch how it pops. So I'm just going to come round here, and then I'm just going to come down here, and then I'm just going to leave the smallest panel of white just there. Sometimes it's quite hard to leave a little bit of white.
Sometimes you get too close, and it just joins.
Yeah, so let's just, I can always go in and close it up a little bit more in a minute. And this will really give the impression of curve. You see, look at that one, it's the colour is seeping through. If you've got a blender pen, which I had in the original kit, but I'm just going to borrow this one from here, you can always dot some of the colour out if you wanted to, if you had a bit more time. And then what we can then do is then come down here and just bring out the darker one. Now it might look a bit heavy at first, but then, oh, it's on the other end, then just blend to the edge of there, just blend it out, and then it just looks like you've just got that extra little bit of depth. You can come in, just keep working. I just want a little bit more depth just
Even what you've just done there looks so dimensional.
Does, doesn't it? Can you see how much it's just adding in? There we go, just look at that. Just by leaving that little, that little flash of white and then putting that, it looks like the leaf is doing that, doesn't it?
It really does.
So let's come in with one of my flowers. So we're going to do a very similar effect. So we're going to colour in down at the bottom, down at there, and then we're going to go round to the top. Just going to do the edges first.
Okay. Just very, very quickly, if you are thinking about or considering starting your journey when it comes to the Academy of Colour, the very first collection where you've got lots of the key components, folders and binders on the bottom of your screen, £89 or $118. It's 40% off. What I would do check out our YouTube, go back, have a look at our shows with all of these collections as well, but it is on the show today.
There we are. Right, so again, we can then just add in there. Now, wet ink blends better than dry ink. Well, dry ink doesn't really blend. So that's why I would do one petal at a time, just so that you know the ink is still wet and it will just blend so much easier. I have to almost think to myself about this one because I want to leave that little sort of highlight in. Can you see it gets smaller as you're colouring? So I'll leave it a little bit bigger. And now this is going to be darker down in the centre. If you think about it, it's all pushed together. So just come out there and then pop a little bit of colour. So, you know, you just keep on working like that. And then, let me show you with the bud. We can do exactly the same with the bud. And I'm just going to leave a little bit round the centre. Down there, just white, and then we're going in. Now the colours have been picked perfectly so that you don't have to worry, will they blend together? Do you know what I mean? Will they work? Because that is what Leanne has taken all of that worry out for you. And I know we're whizzing through these now, but when you get this and you've got the tutorials to go through and pause them, but look at that. Look at how, can you see it on here, how the colour's coming up and just put it on here. And then all I would be doing on here is colouring in these, maybe again, it's quite hard to leave white on these. Now I'm failing miserably on there, because these are going, you can just get, if you want to, just try and get a little bit of white on those, if you can. Quite hard to do.
But this is where as well with the Academy of Colour, you know, if you have started off at the beginning, within the very beginning you've got a white gel pen in with the collection. So if you do have a little bit of difficulty from preserving that highlight, then you could always just, when I say cheat, it's not cheating, the pen's there for a purpose, but if you can't quite create your own, just go in with a little bit of the white gel pen that's in that original box.
Right, now I want to show you something. So this is, to me, this is quite a new technique, but really good fun. So I'm just going to lay down, these are my aqua pens, okay? So you think, oh, we've been doing alcohol here, but these are my aqua pens. What I've got here is, I've got a tub of glycerine. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to use this, I'm doing it into the lid because I've not got, I would use a dropper maybe, and I'm going to pop like a pea-size amount there. Can you see that in the middle? It looks a bit like my dewdrops, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Right, so all I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring these two together. It's going to mix those together. And previously these were watercolour ink pads, inks, so you remember they sort of were quite liquid.
Yeah.
Now, because remember alcohol pens don't blend as easily as this. Your watercolour blends so much easier.
Yeah.
So then I've put the glycerine in. Now, glycerine, when added to water base, prevents it drying too quickly. So it's now a lot stickier and a lot more pliable. And that's because, and I'm reading the word, glycerine is hygroscopic. So it sucks moisture from the air.
Gotcha.
And because it sucks moisture from the air, it stops it from drying out so quickly. So watch this, I'll blend that onto here, and then I'm going to blend that on to there. and then pop that on there. Now, does that look like a watercolour pen? It doesn't to me.
Not at
an
all.
aqua pen. There we go. It's trial and error. You know, I used the smallest amount of glycerin, but look at how far this is blending. And this was a new dauber. So don't think it's, oh, I've got ink left on here. I would do it after you've coloured all the way around. But look at this. It's gone all the way around there. That small amount of ink, you can trial and error with your colour, get it a bit darker if you want. But there you go. Your alcohol, your aqua pens can now be used a bit like your water reactive ink pads. And how about that? Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. So when you've carried on, I'm going to have to jump because look at the time. There we go. You can see exactly how we were going, just colouring it all in with the green around there. Now, that's just because you've different amounts.
Well, that's it, yeah.
Just practice till you get the colour that you really, really wanted. Let me just make sure there's no glycerine and stuff on there. And then this is going to be such a simple card because I don't need to do complicated cards because that's got that amazing Academy of Colour stamp and those pens and those inks. So this is some of our bright cardstock that's on the show. We've got brights and pastels together. So make sure you check that out. Then I'm going to put a bit more glue on the back. And so solvent-based glue, no problem, because there's nothing here that will react with my solvent-based glue. Pop that on there, looks gorgeous. Then I've got my stamp that said Born to Bloom. So we can then pop that across there. And the last thing, wanted just to put on here, and we are then finished. Oop, if I didn't flick it across the counter.
Pop away.
It did pop away, didn't it? And then, oh, they're all popping away tonight.
Oh, they're all popping. It's like popcorn.
There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Oops. Be good if it was straight. There we go.
That is such an incredible technique and finished card that you've done.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Really something a little bit different. Really simple card. But how about taking your different pens? Now, if you get the Academy Colour, we're going to go through all the different techniques. And those sorts of things will be covered too.
Absolutely, and it's Leanne, you know, Spectrum Noir is her baby, but of course the Academy of Colour is hers as well. That has come from our Academy of Colour, Flora and Fauna, which just launched a week past Sunday with myself and Leanne. $33.99 or $44.95, $27.19 or $35.96. Do you know what I would suggest? If you're humming and hawing, go back and watch myself and Leanne, not Sunday past, the Sunday before, because if you are humming and hawing about it, from what Leanne explains in that short 2 hours, you'll be like, yep, I need it, I want it. So, yeah, go back, have a look at that. So from one incredible, talented, wonderful lady here at Crafters Companion to another one that we cannot live without here, certainly here at the front, in front of the cameras, who's here making sure we've got the products, we've got the stash that we need, we've got the cup of tea as well, and the one that we just never want to get on the wrong side of, ever, because, well, we just don't. But she is amazing. We all love her to bits. It is, of course, it's Tracy, and here's a little bit more about Backstage here at Crafters TV.
My unsung hero has to be Tracy.
I'm going to give a little shout out to our Tracy.
I think if I had to nominate somebody, I'd probably go with Tracy.
Because Tracy keeps me fully supplied with cups of tea whenever I'm working here. She always finds me the things that I've lost, and she's always great to be around.
Sort of get involved with our sample library, which is massive. It's where all the samples are kept, all nice and neatly, all labelled up. And part of their job is to get the necessary samples out for the shows that we do every day, get them all ready and prepared, often display them, tidy them away again, pop them back in the sample library, and that takes an inordinate amount of time.
Because they literally are the cogs that keep us working, and I don't think a lot of people realise just what they do for us in terms of getting everything show ready so that we can come in, get ready and be relaxed to go on air and do those kind of things.
So that is just a small part of what they do, you know, as well as being floor managers during the shows, getting us any products that we need, and most importantly, bringing the coffee.
Everybody on screen knows I make everybody's tea and coffee.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Tracy! Hey, Tracy! Oh, Tracy, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Tracy! Hey, Tracy! Absolutely, Brenda Kay is saying, thanks, Tracy, for all that you do to help make crafting better for all of us. Absolutely. We do have John, and we do have Jake, and we do have Julia as well. But, oh, we just love Tracy so much. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at demo of the show, will we? Let's do it. What have you made so far?
They've gradually got taller. They've got taller as we've gone through it. There we go. Right, so the first one was our embroidery box, and we did our cutting into the cardstock on there. So that's number one. Number two was our reveal, and that was with our square reveal and our Halloween box. So that's two. Number three, we went back to the embroidery dies because you were loving those so much. So we did our lovely little twirl, the butterfly on there. So that's number three. And number four, we've just shown you a few little tips and techniques from our Academy of Colour, and that is number four. There you go.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Susie T is going to calculate the votes, and she's going to let us know very, very shortly. Oh. Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's have a very quick look. So you have got your half circle there. Then you've also got your squares. So you've got the squares, and you've also got the rectangles. We've had so much fun with the demos that Corinne's been doing throughout today, and actually since they launched, so much that you can do with these ones. It is a modern twist on a perforated edge. It's just slightly different, and it creates the reveal. So you've got the three, you've got the circle, you've got the square, and you've got the rectangle, but you've also got the stamp in each set as well. It's tear here and open here. Lots of fun you can have, lots of occasions, you know, maybe for a wedding, anniversary, gender reveal maybe, if you want to do that. You can absolutely do that. But you've got all three of them here, $29.99 or $34.95. Although it just launched last week, you've still got that saving of over 20%. But if you are platinum, it still comes down even more to $23.99 or $27.96. Are we going to have another wee look at these ones, Corinne, are we?
I think we are. Right, okay, so I've got all my bits and pieces here. I'm trying to work it all out. So what I want to do is I'm going to... Now, I've cut myself a template just because I've just been practicing with this. So I'm going to pop this on here so I can see roughly where these go. Because what I've done is I have stamped some sentiment. Does that go? Does that fit better? There we go, fits in there a little bit better. So we've got some sentiments on there. So if I just put that on there, then I can see where I want this to go. So I can then do, tell you what, how about,
a template, isn't it?
Does, yes, it fits better. Get it the right way up, that fits better. Right, so cut myself a template, and then I know that everything is in the right place. So I can then just pop that one on there. Where's my tape gone? Just on here. And let's make sure it's straight. That's going on there. And then I'm going to get my rectangle one and I'm going to pop him up at the top. Let's just put him behind here. Make sure it's lined up. Pop that behind there. Yep, that looks good to me. Put him there and put a piece of tape on, and that's going to tape through there. Where's my plates gone? I'll put them nice and neat and tidy. Pop that through. Now I'm not cutting the aperture in the centre for the minute. I'm going to do that one on a separate piece of cardstock. So I'm going to do that one.
We've got a winner.
Oh, have we?
Oh, we've got a winner. Here we go. Right, I'm not going to hang about. The winner demo of the show is number 4.
Number four, the Academy of Colour. There we go.
So I will line them all up so we can do demo of the day.
Okay.
Right, lining them up. Here we go. Diddly-do, diddly-do. Right, here. Are we doing it right now? Are we?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the circle ones into here. And not the square ones, so I can show you in a minute what I've done.
Right. Okay. Right, let's do demo of the day. So we have got 3 for you to choose from. Number 1 from Wake Up Call, that's with our 3D embossing folders and stencils. Number 2 is from Masterclass, wasn't it? And that is with the Academy of Colour. And then number 3 is from this show here, Launch Party, also Academy of Colour. So 1, 2 or 3, the choice is yours.
Okay, so what I have got here is I have got my, remember this is going to stay in my cardstock, so I'm positioning that right. And then this one, I'm just going to pop that because I want to highlight over that little snowman. So I'm going to pop that there, and then I can cut those out. So remember, this one cuts out of your cardstock, this one cuts into cardstock. And I didn't push it down properly. There we go. So we can do that, and then we can cut those out. So what you can see is with this one, hopefully, you can see it better on that side. Can you see? I've cut those into the cardstock, top and bottom, and then this one will sit, if I bring it over here, what this one's going to do is this one's going to sit in the centre, just there. So I'm going to have all the reveals. So this piece that we've just cut out of here, there we go, is going to glue on to there like that. So let's just now, I've already got one that I've put some tape on. So all I've done, I'll do it onto here properly, show you what I'm doing. So let's do it actually with wet glue, because it is a little bit pearlescent, that cardstock. So we can just pop my tacky glue.
It's a good way to use your pattern papers as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it uses them up really lovely, doesn't it? So we can pop that onto there. Now, behind here, what we're going to reveal is we're going to reveal a shaker with my little snowman on.
Wow.
Okay? So what I'm going to do, try not to get glue all over it, otherwise it's not going to stick everywhere. Just to I wanted to show you different ways to use these reveals. It's not all about, just the same things. Just let me actually tell you what the best thing I should be doing would be, if I can see my poker tool, there we go. We can peel these off so I'm ready. Now, sometimes what I do at home is I have 2 pieces of acetate ready, and I will do it onto them, put another piece on. But I've only got the one just here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my shaker element, try and get them in the middle. don't want too much. So these are from the, I've written it down, from the Frosty and Bright, I think it was. So yeah, it's a Frosty and Bright snow and sequins.
Right.
So we're going to pop this over there, just like that, making sure that I had no gaps in my foam. And then, can you see, I've now, come on, all the way down. There we are. I've now got our lovely shaker element. Plenty in, because that's what you need. And then that will then go onto the back of here. Now, this is where you've got to be careful. So we need to make sure, let's do it with our tape pen. So then we can just run down here and down there. There we go, all the way down there, making sure that my adhesive only goes on the outside. So that's going to go on there. Then I've got my card base. So we've got a card base and we've got some gorgeous encapsulated glitter card. There we go. Just what different ways to be using these reveal cards. You know, we did the baby reveal this morning. We've done the, what else we did? We did the Halloween reveal next.
That's true, yep.
And then we've then gone on to do the Christmas one. So we've got some really different looks.
You really have shown that, yeah.
So we can pop that one onto here. Now, what we need to do next is we need to remember to put my white on. I'm not going to be able to see my white, but hopefully if I've lined everything up right, these are going to be, well, yeah, that looks like it might be. Looks like I might have got it right. So let's put my tape on, remembering again, don't put adhesive over the door. Really easy. You have to think it through. Otherwise, have I just run out? Yes, I can see the silver. Oh, I've got another one ready. Yes, there it is. That's better. There, oh, down here one time. Right. So then I just want to, oops, line this up. Hopefully it should be in the right place. Pop that, oh no. If it's tape pen, these tape pens usually have, no, it's not good. Let's hope let's caught it a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to trim that down just a little bit so you can't see, and hope. There, this is because I'm rushing, because we're nearly at the end.
That's I know, because I know that you're always keen to show how to finish a card, which is always, I know the crafters always appreciate that.
So we can do that. Let's make sure I've got my card. That would be the final one, is to put my card upside down, wouldn't it? Pop that bit onto here. Then this piece is going to go into the middle. And that's going to go just there. And then it's just about finishing it. So I've got a few little, what do you call it, tabs.
Yeah.
So one that says open here, that I've just coloured up with my ink pads. I've got one that says tear here. And then I've got another little one down here that says open here, tear. It's entirely up to you. And then I had 3 snowflakes. There we go, got my third one. Then we can pop these onto there, 1 and 2, making sure they're not in the way from the mechanism. Pop that onto there. Oops, sorry, stuck on my finger. Don't know how well that's going to be stuck. Might need a little bit more time. I can always stick those on. But how about just like that? And if I can put it down, let's take a deep breath and hope that we can open it up. Oh, it's still a bit wet. Come on, stick down. We've got our shaker in the middle. We have our Sending Warm Christmas, which is there. And happy holidays down there. How about just like that? I'm going to stick those on in a minute with some different glue. But there you go. That is your Christmas reveal card.
That's so fab. So fab. Just to say as well, those little arrows, they're actually separate from the centre.
They're separate, completely separate, so you can use them or not. As your choice is yours, yes.
Absolutely, I absolutely loved that one. But as it is talking about loving demos, we do have a winner, a demo of the day, and it does go to, I am not surprised, it's been a favourite of so many. It was, of course, number 1. Oh, hey. Absolutely loved that one. And going back to a question, I think in Wake Up Call, you kind of touched upon it with your pens, Corrine, where it's just preserving that highlight when it comes to your inks on the stencil and the embossing folder. So that one is demo of the day. So that's fine. So that will go up into the Hall of Fame just shortly. If you are new to us, what we like to do on a Tuesday when it comes to launch party is give you a preview of something that launches very, very soon. This one, in actual fact, launches on the 21st of September, which is tomorrow. It's tomorrow, so you don't have to wait very, 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 very long. It's going to be Ben and Sarah launching these on launch day. However, I do believe you've got
I will
one as
have
well.
a couple of sneak peeks for it tomorrow morning on Wake Up Call, yes.
Awesome. Here we go. Let's give you a sneak peek. These ones are the Zigzag Scene Builder Stamp and Die Collection. So within the collection, you've got in the country. So all of these dies are separate dies, but what you are able to create is that zigzag scene builder aspect. So they're going to go flat into your envelopes, but you can colour them with your pens, your papers. You can get as creative as you want. And you've got your sentiment stamps as well. So hot off the press when it comes to the board maker. If you've seen my Instagram, you'll have seen what I was doing after masterclass. You have then got our hometown. So same concept here. You've got all the elements to create the zigzag and your sentiment stamps too. We are also giving you, within the collection here, Garden Dreams, all about the beautiful gardens, that dream aspect if you want to. You can make it brights with the florals in the summer and the spring, but you can go autumn and winter as well. So you have got them too, with some different sentiments. All sentiments are completely different. Last but by no means least, I know so many of you are going to love this. The little girls are going to love it. I know some boys will as well, but I do know that the little girls are going to adore this one here. This is Once Upon a Time. Creates that zigzag card that you can see here, folds all the way back. You've got your sentiments, but you know, the little princesses or the little prince if you want to. You can of course get even more creative when it comes to these ones here. These are launching tomorrow, as I say, with Ben and Sarah in launch day. Corrine will have them within Wake Up Call. We're going to be showing you what else that you can be doing with them. These are really, really fun, very dimensional when it comes to the fold out of the zigzag, but of course you can have them completely flat when it comes to your envelopes, of course. Rightio, well, I have had an absolute blast today. It has been so, so fun. It's been quite a while since myself and yourself, Corrine, have worked together.
It has, it's been a while.
I absolutely loved it, as always.
Good, and thank you. It's been a really lovely day. We've been all over, haven't we? Other studio, in here. We've done all sorts today.
We've been all around the place.
All around the place, yes.
And as always, I always learn hints and tips from yourself, which I adore. Of course, big shout out to Tracy. Tracy is here. Lots of love. Thank you, Tracy. George, and of course, we've got Ben as well. Ben is going to be back on this side tomorrow. I am, going to be in with Corrine and then, of course, with Sarah. I'm not until Thursday. I do have a Facebook Live tomorrow from home after Crafters TV. It's at 8:15 here in the UK, 3:15 Eastern Time, or of course 12:15 Pacific Time, where we're going to do part 1 of a craft along. I've got the Christmas Nest and Die craft along on Friday, but it's kind of like we need to make something beforehand. I'm going to be doing that.
I saw that, yes.
We're going to do that tomorrow. You'll find it on my pages. But more importantly, we've got Michelle, and this is her Crafters TV first anniversary. So go across over to her Facebook page. She has got a prize giveaway. But then while you're there, have a look at all her pages, pop her name and full name with CC at the end. You're going to see us all pop up. I will see you back here on Thursday with Mr. Ben Mosby, where we have got Wake Up Call. We have also got our Craft Along 'Tis the Season, and then Cartload, and then I'm going to be back again with Becky. Becky will be on this side. I'm going to be here for Wake Up Call. I will be here on this side for Softer Side. Trust me, you don't want to see me sew, because I can't. And then we do have the Christmas Nest and Die Craft Along Friday evening, UK time. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for all your comments. Thank you, Susie T. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, Ben, George, Tracy. We will see you again bright and early tomorrow here on Crafters TV.